Alright boys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are doing something a little bit different. We're here in NBA 2K with the updated Charlotte Hornets roster currently, and we're gonna do it. We're going to trade not just for the #1 overall pick, not just for the top 5 picks, not just for the lottery, not first round. We are trading for every single pick in the 2021 NBA draft in this game. We're going to trade for every single pick, picks 1 through 60, no matter what it takes. So pretty much every player on this team will probably be gone, being traded for a pick. So yeah, every single pick will be ours by the end of this. It's going to be a long one, boys, so let's get right into it. As you can see, this is our roster. This is the current, I don't know why Andre Roberson's here, but this is our roster. We're going to start trading guys and start trading things to get that #1 overall pick, boys. This is not trying to make the team better. This is just trying to get every single pick in the draft.
Alright, boys, so with that said, here we go. We're starting out. What I was pretty much doing here, this is a voiceover, by the way, because this took literally over 5 hours. Not even joking about that, so I really appreciate it if you guys left a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Anyways, as I was saying, what I'm doing here is I am changing everybody to their prime position, as a rebuilder would call it, making it where you put the player's position where they are the highest overall, so they are therefore the most value possible, so they can get more back in a trade for him, basically. Don't know why Andre Roberson's there, but anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm doing on the screen right now, making everyone their highest overall position, and I'm going to eventually get into the trading. It's gonna be, I did edit and cut out a lot of this stuff because honestly, it's not the most entertaining thing in the world for me to trade players for second and first round picks. Honestly, there are a couple things I cut out. So right there, you just saw a second round pick be traded for. All 60 picks will belong to me by the end of this. As you can see on the screen, Gordon Hayward right now is about to get traded for Chris Middleton along with Kobe Simmons. Higher overall, so I made that deal. Now Cody Zeller and Terry Rozier are going to get traded for unprotected first from Chicago and Otto Porter. Devontae Grant's going to get traded for 2 firsts, a second, and Peyton Pritchard. That was a big trade right there. That was really clutch for us. And right here, I'm just gonna speed up the video just so you can see. This isn't like even a percentage of it, honestly. But it's pretty much just me doing the same thing. I will stop it when we get to a big trade, like a big trade that actually matters. As you can see, we're just trading small guys for either second round picks or like players with slightly more value is pretty much what I'm doing here, and then making in their prime positions, like Otto Porter, as you can see, just flipping around for literally hours at a time, just trying to get every single pick in the draft. That's what we're doing here. We eventually traded for Ricky Rubio, just trading up assets for bigger assets that we can help get us those picks. And some of these teams were tricky. Some of those really bad teams, like the Cavs and the Knicks, they really wanted to keep their picks, so it was really tough for me to get some of those. We'll get to that in a minute. This is mainly just trading for the picks that are quote-unquote easier to get, like the lower value first round picks and second round picks and stuff like that. Also, a big part of this is going into free agency and snatching players in free agency and then making them their prime position, mainly centers and point guards. Changing centers to power forwards and point guards to shooting guards. Pretty much 99% of the time, their overall is going to go up when doing that. As you can see on the screen, I just traded JaVale McGee for Hassan Whiteside, who was actually very valuable in this game. If you flip him to a power forward, as you can just see, he just turned in 86 overall. Hassan Whiteside, who's like a backup center nowadays. But anyways, now you can see LaMelo Ball is getting traded or about to be traded for, Onyeka Okongwu, because I can make him a power forward, and I get a valuable first-round pick in return that I so much needed, because I'm not worried about how bad the team is. I think we'll see how bad they are at the end of the video, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm trading Onyeka Okongwu for a first and Derek Favors, and turn Derek Favors also to a power forward. He's like an 81. So it's really repetitive, which is why I'm skipping through a lot of it for you guys. I don't want you guys to sit here for a literal 5-hour-long video just skipping through all this stuff yourselves. I got you. Buddy Hield is, Buddy Hield and JaVale McGee eventually got to that point. That took forever, and then we eventually got to be able to trade for CJ McCollum for him. So yeah, now we're at Chris Middleton. Trying to find him a new home, trying to get something valuable, trying to get a pick back for him. And like I said, this is just really repetitive. Looks like we're going to get rid of that second-round pick and try to do it with while giving lesser value picks in future years, which I think is what I do. I think I give him I might end up giving him a future second for Andre Drummond, because if you can pull out Andre Drummond, he's like an 89 overall when you push him to a power forward. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I give him a future first, and they do agree to that trade, which is really big for us. 88 overall Andre Drummond now is in our hands, as we are now speeding up this part as well for you guys. Will Barton, a lot of second-round picks that were. We traded for a lot of second-round picks that weren't of this year, but we turned those second-round picks that are not of this year to picks for this year. So it's really just a lengthy process. So if you guys ever wanted to do this, I recommend having nothing planned for the day you're planning to do this at all. Absolutely nothing, or you're going to have to cancel those plans. But anyways, it's really a long process, and it really, not going to lie to you, gets boring after a while. All of these picks just getting... I've seen YouTubers do it with the first round picks. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anybody do it with every single pick, all 60 picks. I could be incorrect about that, but I don't know. As you can see, I just scrolled through all those picks that we currently have. We're trying to get a first right now at this point. We're trading all the future seconds that I have. Cleveland was, as you can see, this is a Cleveland pick we're trying to get. Cleveland was one of those teams that really valued their picks, and it makes sense because they're not a very good team. So it does make sense that they're really valuing them. But it was just scratching their claws trying to get the pick from them. Just had to go out and get better players and better value picks just to get this one pick. There's a pick later on I'm trying to get. It could be this one, where it took me a legit hour to get this one pick, and it was absolutely insane. Not sure if this is the one, but anyways, looks like we're closing in on a trade for this Washington unprotected pick and Daniel House for Willy Hernangomez. I do end up giving them. Actually, that actually reminds me. There is a point in this where I do give up 2020 first round picks that are less valuable that I know I can trade back later, and that's actually what I just did there, as you guys just saw. I traded a 2020 pick, but it's less valuable. I'll be able to get that back easier. So it took me not gonna lie, it took me a long time to figure that out, and I just traded Daniel House for a pretty non-valuable first round pick. Now we're right here. We are going to the NBA draft lottery. As you can see, we own almost every single pick. The picks that we don't get are going to be based off like the lottery protected ones and all that stuff. As you can see, the Hawks and the 76ers are the only two teams that own their 2 picks. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go and trade for those picks. Only 2 more firsts that we need to trade for until we get this. So Cassius Stanley for a 2020 first round pick for the Hawks. And I think I throw in, who do I throw in here? I think I throw in one more player, and they do actually agree to the deal. Which I guess kind of makes sense because Cassius Stanley is just as valuable as that pick apparently. So there we go. There it is. I think it was Elijah Hughes along with him to make the trade work. Now we literally only have 2 players in the roster, Al-Farouq Aminu and Vincent Konchar, which is weird. I think we traded Al-Farouq Aminu here for that 76ers pick as well. And I think we had 2 extra first-round picks that we didn't use to get these trades going. So I think we traded Al-Farouq Aminu and 2 first-round picks to get that last pick that we needed and complete and have all 60 teams in the draft, if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see, I am scrolling through, and I have almost every single pick. All right, right here is where we make the trade for that Philadelphia pick that we very, very much need. We're going to throw in Al-Farouq Aminu and 2 first-round picks, 2 future unprotected first-round picks, which is definitely an overpay for this 14th overall pick that the Sixers have. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me at all because I'm just trying to get every single pick this year. Definitely overpaid for it, but they do end up agreeing to it, and it works out for us because now we have every single pick in the 2020 NBA draft. So I do end up drafting, like, I believe 1 person. I think I just drafted Cade Cunningham because why not? Just let you guys see how the draft works. I didn't really feel like, after I was doing this for like 5 hours, I didn't feel like going it through and drafting every single player. But anyways, we do end up getting every single pick in the NBA draft. We do, I think Cade Cunningham has 27 points. Okay. I didn't even see that. Okay. 27 points for him anyways. But as you can see, I loaded in the draft class for the 2021 official class, but I didn't create the roster, so it's really weird how it is, but it is legit. It did all work out. So anyways, I'm just gonna draft all these players, and we're gonna throw them on a roster to see what it looks like. By the way, I forgot to mention, as you can see in the bottom right corner, 10-72 was our final record, which is actually extremely better than I thought, considering our best player was Al-Farouq Aminu. That really did surprise me. I don't know how he won a single game the entire year, but we were able to pull it out somehow. Anyways, as you can see, we're simming to the end of the draft. All picks have been made. Mark Tatum's had a long day calling the Hornets draft picks, but as you can see, scrolling through, that's all first round picks. And then all second round picks, all belong to the Charlotte Hornets and all drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, which is just a great thing to see after you've been doing this for hours. I did end up signing Caleb Love just because Tar Heels, you know, you can pause whenever you want and look at all the players that we ended up picking up. So yeah, Caleb Love right there, and that's pretty much gonna do it for this one. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, because this did take a very long time, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.